What's going on YouTube? Internet Bling back with the first in a series of new YouTubes about Klaviyo, which is an autoresponder stroke emailing solution, particularly helpful to those of you who run Shopify stores. The reason I'm finally making this video, the first one in a new series, is that we have crossed over to £100,000 plus in earnings purely off emailing, as well as everything else that this store is earning us. It took 49 weeks and 1 day to break six figures. I have been talking about making these videos now for quite some time, but I didn't really want to do it while it was on 80k or 90k or whatever. I wanted to wait until earnings crossed this six-figure threshold, and then I'd have something proper to show you, as it were. So from the six figures, this came mainly from flows, which is, I'll put here auto money, but what that means is that flows are sequences of emails that you fix up. Once a person comes onto a list, in our case here, it's when people buy particular products. They go on to particular Klaviyo email flows, which means they get sent one email a week promoting another product. That's how I fix things up here. It works extremely well. People don't tend to unsubscribe that much at all from lists. This money just comes in on autopilot. I'll talk more about flows in other videos, but for now, there are essentially two kinds of emailing we do anyway through Klaviyo. You've got the flows, which are the auto sequence emails, and then you've got campaigns. Now, a campaign is, let's say you get a new product on the store and you want to promote it and you just want to email everyone on your list, or lists plural, as we have. So you just load up an email with some info about this new product, you offer a discount on it, something like that, and then you just email everybody. You load up your email, click send, and it will email everybody. It's not automatic, as it were, you have to fix it up, but it's another way of emailing people. Most of the money, as you'll see in a minute when I log in, is all auto-generated via email flows. Klaviyo is a money printer. I've been talking about it on and off in other YouTubes for quite a while now, and I can't stress it enough. If you run a Shopify store, you need Klaviyo installed, because it will just make you money while you sleep, while you're awake, while you're on holiday, on the weekends, in the week, evenings, mornings, lunchtimes, whenever. It really is a money printer. And the fact that it's made us six figures in less than a year is proof of that in my eyes. So let's just log in quickly to Klaviyo here. I just want to, it's quite important to me really that I prove to everybody watching this that this is a live view. It's a live login to our dashboard. This is our Klaviyo. I will blur out some of the things here just because they contain names of our products, and I don't think the guys that I work with would want those out there. Some are blurred, and you can see these are the numbers from the last 30 days, but what I want to do is click last year. So you can see here in the last year, revenue from Klaviyo, £100,648. Just before I get back into that, you can see here, if I go into the months, April 2022 is when we started. Indeed, we opened the store on April the 12th, 2022. And if we go to April, you'll see that numbers were extremely low. We just started up the store. I didn't even install Klaviyo, I don't think, until about the 15th. And obviously, we only had a few products at that point on the shop. We had maybe 2 or 3 products. So there wasn't a lot I could even really set up for flows or campaigns or anything. We didn't have that many people on our lists or whatever. So you can see in April, we only made £96 from Klaviyo. That's live view, and you can see it's just coming up to the end of March now. Today is March the 26th that I'm recording this video. If we go back to the last year view, you'll see live login that £100,000 made through Klaviyo. I'm not sure that is in USD for any non-English people watching. 122,000 USD, and that's mainly autopilot money. So you can see here, out of the £100,000 plus earned, nearly 90 of it was through flows, which are automatic money. You set up these flows and they pump out emails to people on your lists and they just bring in more money. They're just constantly promoting products on your store, either individual products or collections or new products, whatever you want to put in them, and people will just come back to you and buy again and again when they're emailed. That's flows. I'll talk more about them in other videos. And then you've got campaigns. Now, I talked about what a campaign is a little bit before, but you can see quite a small percentage of the 100K was actually made through campaigns. We usually do them when we get some new products in, or a new product, or say if we reduce some items on the store, we want to let everybody know about that. They're more, you have to open an email, write it, put some images in, or whatever, you load it up, and you choose to send it out to all your lists. So they're not really automatic, but flows are, and flows have made us the vast majority of £100,000 this last year. I can't say enough about them, really, and I can't say enough about how much I rate Klaviyo as an emailing solution. For those of you who run Shopify stores, I really cannot praise it enough. So you'll see here, I've left these two at the top. You can see what these are. As well as everything else, Klaviyo handles our abandoned carts. And in the early days of me doing Shopify, at least, I had separate apps for abandoned carts. They cost me about £8 a month, I think, and they worked okay. I've tried a lot of them. And then at some point, 3 or 4 years ago, I moved to using Klaviyo, and the difference was immediate. In my eyes, there's not a better abandoned cart solution for Shopify stores than Klaviyo. You can see here, it's made us £38,200 like purely on abandoned carts. The abandoned carts sequence that I've installed is a bit more advanced than your usual abandoned cart sequence. I will say that. The one that everybody knows and the one that most people seem to use is 3 emails. And that's just one after 2 hours, and then another 6 hours later, and then another 12 hours later, or something like that, okay? You just basically send out 3 emails in the 24 hours after someone adds something to their cart from your store, but they don't purchase. That's the usual spec. I actually tweaked and expanded our abandoned cart sequence by a lot. I'll talk about that in other videos and in my course as well. But you can see, I mean, that's 40K nigh on. So a big percentage of this 100K was through abandoned cart emails. And then another big chunk as well came from post-purchase follow-up emails. They are just emails that get sent out to people who buy something off of you, and you wait a determined amount of time, and then you email them and sort of say, hey, thanks for your purchase, here's a discount code. So if we add those up, that's 43, isn't it? £43,500, which is nigh on half of this income. So you can see that there at the top, and then all of these other emails are product specific emails, which I've been fixing up patiently over this whole last year, which is where a customer buys a certain product, they get put on a certain list, and then they get emailed other products, usually linked to the niche of the product they originally bought. These work extremely well, I find, as well. You just have to email the customers and put other products under their noses that are kind of linked to what they've already bought. And as long as you provide a good service, fast shipping, you follow up any emails they might send to you, as long as you keep your side of the bargain, as it were, and stand up as a retailer, all you have to do is be nice in that way, and then you'll email them products they trust you, and they will buy off of you. It's really not that hard. And you can see here are the flow mails. These ones at the bottom are new, hence no money. And these ones here, they're also quite new. And then campaigns here. I'm going to talk a lot more about campaigns and flows, talk about how you set them up, and a lot more in subsequent YouTubes than this one. I'm also making a course that will be available, I want to say, in a few months. It could well be longer, but I do like to make my courses extensive and very detailed. And I do want to help you make money with Klaviyo, as we have done. So that's what I'm going to do there. And this was pretty much just an introductory video to talk about Klaviyo, what I think about it, and to prove that there's 100k made here. Just go back to the slideshow real quick. I will maintain that Klaviyo is the best emailing solution for anyone who runs a Shopify store. The flows that I've already been talking about, they generate money every day once you set them up. You pretty much set them up and forget. I do recommend going back in from time to time to tweak them, but they do just bring in money every day. They make our store money every day, hundreds of pounds every day, automatic, no fuss. The more products you have on your store, the better, because then you have more products to put in your flows the longer you can make them. All right. So if you only have 2 products on your store, the person buys one, you wait a week and then you email them the other product, and then you're out of products. All right. If you have like 20 products on your store, you can email them for 20 weeks. If you have 50 products on your store, you can email them for practically a year. You can just keep on emailing people every week. And I'll just end with this last point here. At first, it just takes some time, as I showed you. I mean, you saw April, we only earned about £100. If we go through, May was 1,100 through Klaviyo. June 2022, we went up to 2,800 NiOn. If we go through the months, July dropped 2,000. August 3,001. September 3,002, and then I believe October when we started pushing for Q4. And yeah, we did nearly 10k through Klaviyo in October. November we were pushing extremely hard, 24k NiOn in November, and etc. It goes up like that. It does take some time at first while you establish your store, add products, you build out your flows, and then after that, it's pretty much the more money you push through your store, the more people you get on your list, the more abandoned carts, the more people buy products from you. They go onto other product-specific lists. I'm going to show you how to fix all of these up in due course. The more people you have on your list, the better. The more you can email them, the more often you can email them, and the more money you're going to make. So I'll just end that up here by showing you last year, 100,000 plus pounds purely through emailing. I'll see you in the next one.